Joining us now is a man who knows Michael Cohen very well, his former attorney, Lanny Davis. Mr. Davis, thank you so much for coming on the show and talking with me tonight. Bring us back to 2018 when Michael Cohen hired you. Cohen has said that he was proud of his loyalty to former President Trump. Was there ever a period when you had to convince him, tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, don't leave anything out?
No, I really didn't have to convince him. What I needed to know is whether he was ready to express contrition in a public arena under oath and take on the responsibility for what he described as 10 years of evil deeds for Donald Trump, and whether he would express his remorse for that, because credibility would be true remorse. And that was not easy in front of a congressional committee where we decided where he would make that statement.
He has been painted as a liar and a bully in this trial, and of course he pleaded guilty to a variety of federal crimes. Given all that, are you confident the jury will be able to find him credible, trustworthy?
Well, I think the jury will hear in the testimony and in the final argument the rest of the sentence, because a lot of people on television say that he lied, but they don't finish the sentence. He lied because of Donald Trump, for the benefit of Donald Trump. He didn't lie about the Trump Moscow Tower for his benefit, because that was a tower for Mr. Trump's benefit. That's the lie. He didn't lie about the payment to Stormy Daniels because he had an affair with Stormy Daniels and wanted to cover it up. That was for the benefit of Donald Trump.
Do you think that people are able to make a distinction and say, well, he was lying to protect this one guy? Do you think that that matters, or do people just kind of paint you off, with one paintbrush? You lied about one thing, who knows what you're lying about now?
Well, I can't judge the way the jury will determine to forgive Michael Cohen for lying for Donald Trump. I certainly don't forgive him for 10 years of lying for Donald Trump. I thought it was a terrible thing that he did for 10 years for Donald Trump, and I was acting as his lawyer and spokesman. But when he showed the contrition and the bravery before the American people on live television to express his shame and contrition, then we've seen in the criminal justice system a lot of mob bosses convicted, not comparing Mr. Trump to a mob boss, but we've seen organized crime bosses convicted when the witnesses against them were murderers, were liars. But the fact is, the evidence showed that the mob boss was the head of a family that was involved in racketeering and criminal enterprise. So witnesses don't always come as saints. And sometimes they come as the opposite. In this case, Michael Cohen expressed his contrition, and he came across in front of a judge after cross-examination in the Attorney General's trial. The judge called him credible, despite the lies on behalf of Donald Trump, which he owned up to.
Okay, I want to get into the idea that Michael Cohen is married with children, and the idea, obviously facing years in prison. What role did his family play in getting him to reveal all that he knew about Trump's business dealings?
A lot. That's a very insightful question. His great wife and 2 children were very angry with him for the work he was doing for Donald Trump, and they knew that he was compromising his integrity at the expense and for the benefit of Donald Trump, and at his own expense. So there was a lot of pressure from his family to tell the truth and to be brave and go to prison, as it turns out. He paid the price.
Lanny Davis, Michael Cohen's former attorney, we thank you so much. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.